God help us all for this game. Notion, Boys for Life said he wants to join in too.
He did say that. Hey, listen. Hey, it's up to my brother. You want me to send the link? Yes or no?
No, he gonna have to wait another day. This is an Eagles vibe.
Practice show.
Like this is an Eagles vibe. Boys for Life. You are like you gonna have to take a back seat on this one, brother. You know what I mean? But go ahead, let's get it, man.
Welcome everybody to the Birds of Broad Street. We 5 edition of the Birds of Broad Street. I am your host of the most, one half of Cool Cat Mitch, your boy Mizzy Miz, Cool Cat Connor of the YouTube representing the Birds, and we got a special guest on the show, the one and only Philly Fresh.
Yo, that man, you know who it is, you know what it is, your boy Philly Fresh, aka the General, man. I appreciate everybody from the Broad Street, man. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all been doing your thing. You already know. My guy Philly Notion. We already been rocking, man. You already know. Bird Gang hit me up. He told me he got some big things coming up, and we here, man. Cool Cat, appreciate you. We in the building, man. We already know, man. Let's get it, man. It's no more left said. We know we just took this L, but it's still Bird Gang forever. You already know what it is, man. Yo, that. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Had to put my favorite hat on. Shout out to LB. Which next week we're going to have
this gotta be your next favorite hat. Yeah,
There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next week on the show, we're going to have a special GOAT edition of the Birds of Broad Street. I'm not saying who it is, but you might guess because I'm wearing one of the GOAT's hats. And speaking of GOATs, let's talk about my co-host for the day, my brothers from another mother, the host and owner of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk Media, the one and only Bird Gang 31.
Ooh, what's up, my guys? Another great Monday here. Let's talk about these birds like we always do, man. Let's get it up.
Yes, sir. And this man from Texas with Mrs. Notion and the Notion kids don't need no introduction. But here it goes. Mr. Warren, the commander-in-chief of 1,000 members of Notion Gang, the hype man of all your pre-game shows. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Nelson, warming up, gang.
Yeah! Hey, first of all, Cool Cat, you got me feeling like I'm about to walk out into a championship fight out here, bro.
I do what I do when it comes to you, Notion. I do what I do when it comes to you. Come on now, warm it up, my guy.
Hey, what time it is? You know you want with. You know who you rocking with. It's the Birds of Broad Street, and we got the gin, the GOAT in the building. So y'all know we cutting to it. Hey, listen, let's check the 4K on real quick. I know we coming off an L, but it don't matter because we still, ring check. We still got that. So we got the merit to bounce back, and I ain't worried, gang. Hey, listen, if y'all new to all of our rides, again, make sure y'all check out the links. Hey, salute to Mrs. Bird Gang 31 in here. She dropping the links. Y'all know what to do. Go hit
Hit
that
that
subscribe.
subscribe.
Because y'all know how we bring in the flavor. Hey, let's go get it, Cool Cat. I know all my brothers up here. We had to watch another embarrassment last week. But
I was
at the
there.
same time,
I was
I don't
there.
think the roof's falling in all the way yet. And I
I
know
was
we
there.
getting to it.
Yeah, I was there at the game. I had to witness what we had to witness. So before we start this show and before we talk about what we talk about, let me say this to the gang. There might be some rants here or there. So it's an hour show, but there might be some rants because, man, this game, let me tell you, let's start off with the offense and rant number one. So bear with me when I say this. To any of you that has any idea of thinking, let's trade Jalen Hurts. Let's get rid of Jalen Hurts. Y'all are idiots. You are stupid. You need to jump off a dang cliff. If all of you think, let's get Deshaun Watson. He wants to go to Miami because he got a no trade clause, and Texans wants 3 first-round picks. If you want Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes, they all want this. And please, somebody tell me in the draft, who do you want? Because we got to get corners, safeties, DBs. We got to fix our offensive line. I will get to Derek Barnett and JJ and Andre Dillon in a minute. Trust me. But let me say this. Jalen freaking Hurts. He earned that nickname. Jalen freaking Hurts was not the problem. He was not the problem. His stats, what can you say? So to all you people that says, Jalen freaking Hurts with the problem, Jalen Hurts with the problem. Last time I checked, LB gave me the hat. Read it. It is what it is. So let's get to our quarterback who had himself a big game, almost 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a passer rating of 105. He did some good, but let's be real. Because people going to say what they're going to say. He had some bad. He did. He didn't make some mistakes. It is what it is. I mean, I can criticize the guy too. He had some mistakes. But he did some good. He was not the problem. So, Philly Fresh, we're going to start up with you since you are the guest of honor. What is your thought? What did you think of Jalen Hurts? And on this show, before we let you go, on this show, we like to give out grades because why not? So, talk about Jalen Hurts and give me a grade on it.
Oh man, you might want to grab some popcorn. You might want to grab a seat. I'm gonna go on a little rant. I kind of disagree with some of the things that you were saying, but I agree definitely with Jalen Hurts. I think, and I said this in the post game, this was his best game of his young NFL career. We talk about the Cardinals game last year, but this game right here, I think he went toe to toe with the best quarterback in the league. Like, we got to understand though, Patrick Mahomes was put in a situation to where as though he had Tyreek Hill on Eric Wilson twice. You know what I mean? We got to put into the fact that, and I'm not the person that really get into this, but this game, I really got to get into the fact of, I thought that we was fighting the refs also. When you look at the fact of the Zach Ertz non-call in the end zone, when you look at the fact of the JJ Arthur-Whiteside pass interference that shouldn't have been called. Nobody calls that on the 2-yard line. When you look at the fact of the situation of Devontae Smith getting pushed out of balance and then reestablishing himself with 3 feet, not 2 feet. To reestablish yourself, it got to be 2 feet in bounds. He had 3 feet before he caught the football. And you just negate that. Y'all huddle and y'all don't talk about that. There's no replay. Y'all don't look under anything. Like, to me, that's 3 touchdowns. That's 3 touchdowns. And we're talking about a different game. I'm tired of seeing we got blown out. We really didn't. It did look bad in the beginning of the fourth quarter, but you have to understand and take in some consideration of everything that happened. But ESPN don't do that because they don't watch every single game. They don't watch every play like we do. We really focus on 4 teams, and we watch these games because it's the NFC East. You can't tell me that they watching all 32 teams and they watching all the plays from 32 teams. So when they see, oh, this person got blown out, they're just going with the narrative. Everybody's going with the narrative. That didn't happen. But let me tell you what did happen. Our freaking linebackers stink. And it might be some of the Gainer situation. He needs to be better prepared, because when you have a situation to where as though it's 5 wide receivers and you got Eric Wilson out there and 2 other linebackers, you need to call timeout, or you need to do something on the goal on second and goal. You had to fix that. You got to put in another safety. You got to put in another corner. You cannot never, especially twice. Remember last year, we had whatchamacallit in the Pittsburgh game. We had I can't remember his name. Yeah, you had Gary on Claypool.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to give me flashbacks of last year. The last 2 games with Nick Sirianni, he cleaned a lot of stuff up. I ain't got no complaints with Nick Sirianni. You know what I mean?
We'll get there. Go ahead, first.
I ain't got no complaints. But Jonathan Gannon, you're starting to give me flashbacks of Jim Schwartz. I'm not saying that that's what you're going to be, but you need to look at what's going on. And a lot of that, we have to understand, is rookie stuff. You got a rookie head coach, offensive play caller. You got a rookie defensive coordinator. And I get it. I understand it. But when you're in this situation, it didn't happen once. It happened twice, where Eric Wilson was on Tyreek Hill, and then he's doing backflips in the end zone.
Yeah, I saw it.
To me, that's embarrassing. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll get to more of the defense. Trust me. But yeah, Notion, your quarterback, he balled the heck out. He did some good. He did some bad, of course, but he balled out, and it wasn't his fault. I was impressed with Jalen Hurts. Notion gang, your commander-in-chief, number uno. He the ones, we the ones. Put your number ones up, everybody, if y'all agree. What is your thoughts on Jalen Hurts, and give us a grade for him?
Hey, you already know, brother. Listen, I see some of y'all in the chat dropping D pluses for Jalen Hurts and C minuses. I don't see how. Honestly, if I'm gonna give my full opinion, hey, listen, yes, like Fresh said, I think it was the best game of his growing career right now. It wasn't perfect, but given what the man was given during this game, I think he held his own. Again, as was stated, y'all got to understand, this man was going against Patrick Mahomes. And looking at the stats, beyond the 3 touchdowns that was taken back, I mean, Jalen Hurts threw for over 380 plus yards, put up another, what was it, like 40 something on the ground, 2 touchdowns, ain't throw no kind of interceptions. I mean, I'm giving the man at least a B, high B, or possibly between a B and a high B plus. That's where I'm at with Jalen after that game. Hey, listen, there you go, right there. Y'all see the rating. So after this game, Jalen did what he had to do, but I don't think he was put in the best situation. So I know we're going to talk about this coaching and Nick Sirianni, but looking at Jalen Hurts' stats and his production, I believe Jalen did everything that he could. Now, I do got to disagree with you up there, though, Fresh, real quick. I know you said it wasn't a blowout. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, the Bird is scoring how the game ended, but I really ain't, honestly, I wasn't feeling that last little garbage. Hey, them stats.
I didn't even talk. I'm talking about how the game went. I'm talking about. I'm just talking about everything that happened in the game. Now, the score always doesn't tell the story. You know what I mean? When you look at everything that happened and all the 3 touchdowns that should have been touchdowns that wasn't called touchdowns because of the rest. The rest, and I said this in the pregame, it's going to be hard. You have to definitely beat the champs. Like you can't go into in boxing. You cannot go into a decision with the champs. The judges are always going to pick the champ. You got to knock them out. And we did put ourselves in a position to where as though we didn't beat them, but at the same time, I did think the refs helped them. That's all I was saying. That's why I didn't think
I agree with that. And I think, honestly, that's something this team has to recognize going into any game. The refs ain't going to be on our side. So we shouldn't be leaving it. Like you said, we got to knock them out. Ain't no leaving this up to the refs to decide our fate. So, hey, again, I'm giving Jalen the benefit of the doubt this game again. Listen, we're going to talk about my reasons why I think we truly lost here because, again, we starting to see patterns and things that are consistent from game to game. And, again, yeah, flags are becoming an issue from game to game also, but we shouldn't be leaving them teams no kind of reason. And, again, I believe Jalen Hurts, he fought this game. Based off what he was given, no run game, flags.
Oh, we'll get to that, Notion. We'll get to that.
All of that.
I'm telling. Hold on, Notion. Before we let you finish, let me tell you something. If y'all was at the link, I'm telling you, there was a chance at the link. I will get to it after we talk about Devontae Smith, but I'll get to it. But finish up, Notion.
No, so again, I'm gonna put the cap on it. I'm giving Jalen Hurts. I thought he fought in this game. I'm giving the man a B+ based off of the conditions he had to go out there with. So that's how I'm feeling on Jalen.
Yeah, right now, gang, we're talking about the positive first. Trust me when I say we will get to the negative once we get done with what we get done with. We're gonna, as a matter of fact, Bergen 31, give me a grade for Jalen Hurts and talk to me what you thought about it.
I ain't give my grade. Damn, my bad.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Bergen, go ahead. That was my fault. I messed that up. So go ahead, Bergen.
No, it's all right, Fresh, but yeah, go ahead, Bergen.
No problem, guys. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts did everything we need to see. Ain't no quarterback in the NFL perfect. Ain't no quarterback in the NFL have perfect games. They all make mistakes. I'm giving Jalen Hurts an A- because if we be talking about A++ right now, if those other 3 touchdowns got landed, you know what I'm saying? If he's coming up with these stats and 5 touchdowns, and that would have put him over 400 yards passing, everybody here would be saying A+ for Jalen Hurts. Like I said, his first 8 starts are almost better than every quarterback in the NFL right now. So how can the man has room to grow, of course, but for what he's done in these first 8 starts, hey, he got my back. I'm backing him up 100. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts did his thing on Sunday there, and I give him an A-. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he had some flaws in this game, but for the most part, he had a great game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, let's talk about this man right here. Salute to number 6.
First 100.
Listen, Devontae Smith. I don't care what anybody says. You had yourself a game. You had yourself a game. And salute to Jalen Hurts for giving this man the ball. Philly Fresh, as you see the numbers, what are your thoughts on Devontae Smith, the wide receivers, and give them a grade? And Jalen Hurts, because you didn't do it yet.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts real fast. After you move that screen, but I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts real fast. I'm going to give him a B+. I thought that he would. I definitely thought that Nick Sirianni didn't put him in the best position. I would have liked to seen the football run some more, but what I can say is I think he was sturdy with the throws. Didn't have to force too much down the field, and that's what I like to see. Like even the guy that by default is the best quarterback in the NFC East. He doesn't throw the ball down the field, and everybody's praising this dude. But then you look at a guy like Baldy, who I really don't like. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna say this on camera. I don't like Baldinger, whatever his name is. You sit there and you just bring up the Zach Ertz, but Patrick Mahomes had misses too. Every quarterback has misses. It is what it is. It's the NFL. Things happen. You get pressured. You can't set your feet. You thinking somebody's coming one way and they're coming another way. So that might happen. The reason that I gave him a B is because that fumble. even though it didn't cost us anything, you can't
Yeah.
fumble like that. You know what I mean? So that's really one of the only flaws. Devontae Smith, A+. Devontae Smith, and I said this in the beginning of the season when we first drafted him. Well, before we even drafted him, I said his footwork is like Justin Jefferson, and he should have Justin Jefferson numbers. You know what I mean? This dude footwork is amazing. Like when you look at his tape, and when you look at his comeback routes, when you look at how he can have a defender going one way, but he's really going this way, it's really like, and I forgot who they compared him to, but I'm gonna compare him to Keenan Allen. Like when we talk about footwork, and he's gonna probably be Keenan Allen when you talk about being underrated. Keenan Allen is one of the underrated wide receivers in the NFL. That's just facts. You know what I mean? And I think Devontae Smith will always be that, but he's going to give you the numbers. He's going to fight. You know what I mean? And people talk about him being small or skinny or whatever the case may be. He's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. You know what I mean? But I thought he was amazing. I thought that him and Jalen Hurts had an instinct going on, and I would have liked to see that against Dallas just because of Diggs. Diggs was talking heavy. Like he was talking heavy to Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. I would have loved to see that against, even if we didn't win, just bomb on him. You know what I mean? Because this dude really feeling himself, pause, but he is really feeling himself. I mean, the dude got 4 interceptions in 4 games. I think 5 now. 5 interceptions in 4 games. So it is what it is. We ain't here to talk about them bums. But Devontae Smith, A+, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bird Game 31. Your grade for Devontae Smith, and what's your thoughts on him?
Man, I'm so happy Devontae finally got his 100-yard game. You know what I'm saying? We waited too many weeks for this one, but I think his first couple of games was just him learning the NFL, learning how to break double coverage, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to position himself right. He had a good game in Atlanta, but the last 2 games before the Cowboys game and who did we play again? Cowboys and San Francisco,
Yeah.
they bracketed him, and I don't think he was able to get open as much. Even though the Cowboy game, when you watch the film, he got open a lot, but Jalen just didn't get him the ball. But this game was great. You know what I'm saying? The Slim Reaper's gonna reap. And I have him Rookie of the Year. I know it's hard for receivers to get that, but I think he can do it. By the end of this season, we got 13 more games, and if him and Jalen keeps connecting like they're connecting, I can see that happening for the Slim Reaper this year. You know what I'm saying? So I give him an A, straight up. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't out there dropping balls. He wasn't out there, doing garbage. He was making separation, doing what he's supposed to do, and he had a good game, man. Salute to you.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. Nerves to gang.
Hey, you
What's
already
your
knew.
thoughts on Devontae Smith, and give me a grade for him?
So Devontae, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, he is the best wide receiver on this team, clearly, hands down, best route runner. Hey, I see y'all talking in the chat about his hips is fluid. Yes, this man, the way he creates separation is second to none. So look, it was good to see Devontae Smith respond from a pretty terrible performance in Dallas. I mean, coming off a game where this man slipped, caused Jalen Hurts an interception, it was good to see him bounce back with this kind of a performance. Now, I'm going to give him an A- because, again, hey, we didn't get the W. But I know that's out of his control. But at the same time, the whole getting bumped out of the sideline, I just want to see a little more, I guess, awareness with the field spacing. Because, again, we've seen this twice now from our wide receivers where, hey, whether it be Jalen Reagor, I don't know if it's a coaching thing. I don't know what it is. But I just want Devontae just to continue working on that. But, again, regardless, he's getting an A- from me. Again, I want to leave a little bit of room for improvement because I don't think we saw the best of Devontae yet. Again, we just had a touchdown taken back from this man. So, hey, it is what it is. I believe that Devontae Smith still has room to grow. I'm going to give him an A-. I don't think this was his best game. Thus far it is, but I believe there's going to be more to come. So, just for that alone, I'm giving him an A- because I'm sure there's going to be a couple A+ coming on the way soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Now,
hey,
Go ahead, Fresh. Go ahead, Fresh.
Can I say something real fast? Notion, you know you my guy. We done disagreed twice on here already. This is the second time. When you look, first of all, you can't. To me, you can't compare the Rhaegar situation with the Devontae Smith. Rhaegar went out on his own, not knowing where he was on the field. Devontae Smith got literally pushed out, and then he even though he got pushed out, he had enough fortitude, he had enough awareness to reestablish himself back in bounds with 3 feet, not 2, 3. Yeah. So that, to me, you can't. That's not his fault. I cannot and I cannot give him a blemish for that, because that's not his fault. That's the ref's fault. You know what I mean? So that's all I had to say. Go ahead.
Want our receivers just to stay away. Both of them are too small. You know, them cornerbacks gonna be pushing on them. You know, Devontae skinny, small. Rager's kind of stocky, but little guy too. You know, let's just back. You know, ease on in a little bit. Get away from that sideline, because it's happened 2 weeks in a row. We don't need it happening no more.
but that's that's play calling. If your route is telling you to go up the sideline, that's what you have to do, because it's called placement. And if your quarterback thinks that you're supposed to be there, you can't be 3 to 4 yards out. Everything is timing. Just like Notion, you talked about him slipping. No, was that was you, Bird Game? You talked about him slipping, right?
No, I brought that up. Yeah.
Okay. Notion, you brought that up. You talked about him slipping, and just right there, when the timing not right for a quarterback, it's a pick 6.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to understand that if the coaches is telling them to run down the sideline, that's what they got to do. Sometimes they probably have to be better with beating the corner, but that play I can't put on him. Go ahead, yeah.
So let me ask you a quick question, Fred, because I like, you know, listen, yeah, we battle it out sometimes. We got disagreements. It is what it is. But no. So when does it become
it is what it is.
When does it become the player's responsibility, though? Hey, to understand where they are on that sideline. Again, I know I saw the hand fighting. I saw the hand checking. I saw Devontae get knocked out. He regained. I guess he got back in bounds to make the play on the catch. I'm not knocking Devontae for that. My thing is, to that point, whose responsibility is it to make sure you ain't that close to the sideline to where you getting nudged out just off of a little small hand push? So that's my thing. It's just awareness of the space. And I'm not putting this on Devontae because, again, maybe that was the route that was called for him. Run straight up the sideline. It is what it is. But where does that responsibility come in? Listen, you need to watch your spacing because you can get nudged out of bounds. So that's my only thing. I think, again, whether that's a coaching or whether that's Smith, somebody got to be held responsible for that. And I'm not just going to blame it on the refs because, again, we know coming into every game, we ain't got the refs on our side. So somebody got to learn from that.
Now.
Yeah. Just a quick response, because could you ask me to answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right. And to me, that come with the coaching. You got to understand situations. And Devontae Smith, and I like what happened, even though it got called back. But Devontae Smith is not just a fly route guy. Like, you keep putting him on these fly routes like he Quez Watkins. No, this guy has footwork. Like, literally, he got footwork. So use his footwork. I don't think they're using it like how they used it in the Atlanta game. But you do, as a player, have to understand that you're going against the odds. But once again, Devontae Smith is a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. And we do have to understand that. And that's why, and I don't know if we're going to get into this or...
Oh, we will. Get into what?
Get into everybody bashing Jalen Hurts.
Oh, like, no, trust me. We're going to get to that too.
Go ahead.
Because that's the thing I don't understand. People I said this in my video too. And trust me, we'll get to the running backs and everybody else in this team. Trust me, we will. But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, what I don't get is, what is your other options? What is your other options? Why don't you like the kid? Okay, when it comes to me and this guy right here, okay, when it comes to me and this guy right here, do me and Boys for Life have anything in common? Never. When it comes to Cowboys and Eagles, do we like each other? No. But the thing I respect about Boys for Life and the Cowboys is this, and this is the one thing I respect about them. It ain't gonna happen often. But here's why I respect those guys. Look at Dak Prescott. Look at Dak Prescott from year one to now. You know what they did? They developed him. They gave him wide receivers. They gave him a defense. And they did something that our team needs to do, which I'll address next. Run the ball. That's what they
Right.
did. They developed him. They developed Dak Prescott, and look at him now. Josh Allen. Josh Allen. Everybody in Bills Mafia said he was a bust. He had nothing. What did they do? Gave him a run game. They gave him Stephon Diggs. They developed the guy. Look at Baker Mayfield. We all thought Baker Mayfield was trash. You gave him
He still
Nick
look
Chubb.
trash to me. He still look trash to me.
Said,
Shit, like he does. He's trash. I'm sorry. Go. My bad. I just had to. He is trash. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
You're good, Fresh, but the reason I'm picking up Baker Mayfield is because they gave him running game. They gave him Odell Beckham and all these wide receivers.
Made the
They
whole team
developed
better.
him.
Right.
Why
Made the whole
can't
team
we?
better.
Exactly. Why can't we do that with Jalen Hurts? What
We
people
have-
want to?
We have the talent. Here's the thing, Cool Cat. We got the talent. We're not utilizing them right. First of all,
Thank you.
it's 3 players, right? I'm gonna name 3 players that shouldn't be on an active roster before Jordan Howard. Let's talk about Jordan Howard real fast. Greg Ward, JJ Arthur-Whiteside, and Boston Scott should not be
Andre
on the
Dillard
roster
too.
before Jordan Howard.
Andre Dillard too. Sorry, Fresh. Andre Dillard too. I'm gonna get to him, but Andre Dillard
We ain't got no choice right now.
Yeah.
We ain't got no choice right now.
Andre
Andre Dillard gotta play. Andre Dillard actually didn't have a bad game.
A couple bad penalties, but not a bad game.
Yeah. He definitely had some penalties. But Andre Dillard gotta be on the field right now. Like we don't have no other left tackle. Like Jordan Mailata is hurt, so he has to be on the field, and he's playing. The other guys that I'm talking about are not playing. That's the difference. It'll be a difference if Boston Scott, Greg Ward, and J.J. Arthur-Whiteside are getting targets. You know what I mean? I understand Greg Ward had a touchdown and dropped the touchdown last week, but still,
that's horrible.
These dudes are not getting used, and you have a legitimate power back, a guy. When you talk about since he's been in the NFL, is 3rd in yards after contact. Since he's been in the NFL, well, that done dropped off the last 2 years since he came to the Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm talking about when his first 3 to 4 years when he was with the Bears was 3rd. Ezekiel Elliott, Derrick Henry. Nobody else. And you choose not to use this dude. When you end up situations to where as though you throwing the ball to a Greg Ward, to a Zach Ertz who dropped the touchdown. That wasn't Jalen Hurts' fault. Not trying to hear that. You supposed to be sure hands Ertz. That didn't come on now, stop it. But if you're on a 2-yard line, this is 2 games in a row. We have had 3 games actually. Multiple times on a 3 to 5 yard line, and we can't punch it in. You want to know why? Because our power back is sitting there holding jock straps and giving out water. That's a problem.
But I'll say it's more that we're not calling the run plays, period. A lot of those situations, we passed in those situations. I think Miles Sanders could make touchdowns. You seen what happened when you gave Gainwell the ball on the 8-yard line. He made touchdowns.
But Miles Sanders also did get stopped. I ain't like that play call, but he did they tried to run it with him, and then he got stopped. I want to say it was second down and goal, and he got stopped. Mm-hmm. But I didn't like that play call. But at the same time, you're absolutely right, man. Bird Game 31. Like when you look at this whole situation, it's like let your offensive line do what they do best. Mm-hmm. And people and a lot of people after I said this in a pregame DM'd me and said that I was tripping. I said a lot of the reasons why we got these injuries is because you don't run a damn football. I'm talking about our offensive line. You got to understand, our offensive line are bullies. They want to push people. They don't want to get pushed and be back all here. We got older guys. You got Brandon Bush. You got Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson is healthy. Hope he stays healthy. But you got these older guys, and when they keep getting pushed back, it's harder for them to really get into a rhythm, really get into a groove. Let them get up to the second level. Let them push everybody. That's when we're at our best. We did that against Atlanta, and then you choose to run from that. Mm-hmm. No pun intended. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But you're in a position to where as though you have an offensive line, especially right now, who needs to get up to the second level. Look what Jordan Mailata does. I mean, he's not here right now, but I'm just saying, look at what Jordan Mailata does. Look at what Kelsey does when he gets to the second level. He is the best center in the game when he gets to the second level. Lane Johnson loves the block. You know what I mean? Like Brandon Brooks, he's not here right now, but I'm just saying some of these reasons why these guys are hurt because they're sitting back and they're pushing back. They're on the hills instead of pushing forward. Mm-hmm. And that means a lot to the offensive line. That gets them hype. That gets them in a rhythm. You know what I mean? And we're not doing that enough. Even this game, I think first of all, no, we're gonna talk about that later. I think Miles Sanders is not getting enough touches.
No.
Gainwell is getting more touches than Miles Sanders. And I don't know if they don't want to pay him or whatever the case may be. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, man, like it's not enough from the running game. Jalen Hurts should never, ever, 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 and this is 2 games out of 4, never, ever, ever be a leading rusher.
Right.
You're putting too much, and that's another reason why you got to give him an A+. Mm-hmm. You're putting too much on the kid. Too much. You want him to be a guy that throws for 387 yards and lead his team in rushing? Come on, man. You got to get a guy A+ for that, man. Go ahead, yo.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say is the reason I was talking about Dak and the reason I was talking about Josh and Baker, those teams develop the kid. People want the Deshaun Watson. The people want Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. People want to draft some more quarterbacks. We need linebackers. We need quarterbacks. We need safeties. We need DNs.
He's only played 8 games.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is just a quick statement. I don't care what quarterback we got up in here. Like everybody's saying, if we don't run the ball, I don't care if we got Tom Brady in his prime up in here.
Yes.
We can bring Peyton Manning. It don't matter. We are gonna lose every time we ain't running the ball. I don't care what quarterback. Deshaun Watson, he gonna catch the same business off of what we running up in here right now.
Deshaun Watson had the same amount of wins that we had last year.
Yeah. Even Dak last year before he got hurt, he was 1-4 with all them numbers throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like winning games starts out with running the ball. You establish the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? You get these guys on the hill. You're beating up on the defense, just like the other team's been doing to our defense. You know, our defense haven't been playing that bad. You know, it's just the point is when they get the ball ran down their throat, getting hit constantly for the whole first half. By that second half, all those guys run around gas. And that's when the score is starting to get inflated, is in the second half of these games, man. We need to be doing that to other teams, man. You know, we have some good passing plays, yes. But if you don't run the ball, all these play-action pass plays you got ain't fooling nobody. Dallas showed you last week. They weren't flinching off those play actions. You know, this team, KC, did that. The linebackers on KC wasn't flinching off any of these play actions because they know we're not running the ball, you know. That's what Dougie P got ran out for not running the ball. It's like, come on now.
Hey, real quick, I just want to comment real quick to Savage Martin. I see you in the chat talking about BS. Man, Tom Brady's a passing quarterback. Yeah, he is, but he's helped definitely by a run game and a defense, something we don't have on this team right now. So let me tell y'all something real quick, because, again, what we saw the first week, how we won that game against Atlanta, what did we do, gang? We
shout out to Desert Eagle 90, man, for the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to you. We'll have you on the show as well, my brother. And
Salute
boys
to
for
D Heat.
life, I did promise you a spot. So what I'm going to do is probably every week, if you're free, we're going to do a Cowboy Cowboy. We'll figure something for you. But go ahead, Nelson. We'll figure something for you.
I'm just, and I feel your pain, Savage. He's frustrated out here. I feel you. We all frustrated. But when you look at one of the reasons why we beat Atlanta, as you said, Fresh, we went completely away from it. We controlled the time of possession. I hope y'all know what that means. And pretty much by running the ball, that's how you get on the positive side of that. We don't even do that. We don't care about time of possession. So every game that we played since Atlanta, we lost the time of possession to San Francisco. We lost the time of possession to Dallas. We lost the time of possession to Kansas City because we ain't running the ball. So if there ain't no team or no, I guess, team in this National Football League, in my opinion, that could win by only running their running backs a handful of times. So again, that's why we're doing a lot of this losing. We losing the time of possession battle, and it don't help that our defense is looking like cheeks also. So
and to add to what Cool Cat said about that and developing, people don't realize Brady wasn't putting up large numbers those first 3 Super Bowls, my guy. Like, that guy was suspect at best. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he was a game manager. You had running backs like Corey Dillon running that rock. You had an amazing defense with all them linebackers, Rodney Harrison at safety. You know what I'm saying? Sante Samuel's corner. The defense, the kicker, and the run game is what won New England's first couple of championships. You know, it took Tom Brady a while before he was actually putting up big numbers. You got to wait till like Moss year before Tom Brady actually put in big numbers. He was a, high 2,000-3,000 yard passer every year before that, and then after that, you start seeing some games and some years where he has like 4,000 plus yards. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady wasn't lighting it up his first 3 Super Bowls, so everybody need to get off that cloud.
Yeah, that's definitely facts. Even Russell Wilson, when they went to that first Super Bowl, it wasn't the Russell Wilson show. It was the Legion of Doom. And people got to understand that, man. Like a lot of situations are put around quarterbacks to make them look better. Like cool cat. You brought up a Josh Allen. I'm gonna bring up a Tannehill.
Thank you.
People in Miami thought Tannehill was buns, was cooked. But look, he goes to a different situation, and now these dudes are, you know what I mean? Like, they're not looking that good this year, but when you put them around a run game, a good defense. Look at Sam Darnold again with the Jets. Buns. They're 4-1 right now. You know what I mean? So when you put people in a situation to where as though they can prosper, it's way better. Even Nelson Aguilar, you know what I mean? He went there. I thought he had a good year at Oakland last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for real. Like when you put in perspective, sometimes just a change of scenery is better, but it's also coaching, it's also development. And we have not had the development coaching for the last, I want to say, 6-7 years. Even the Super Bowl year, we had to bring in a whole bunch of old guys, you know what I mean, to win the Super Bowl. Let's keep it tall like City Hall. When you bring in LeGarrette Blount, who was already developed, when you bring in a Jeffries, who's already developed, when you bring in a Roddy McLeod, already developed, even though he was there 16, but you get what I'm saying. You bring in Chris Long, already developed. JJ, I can't remember the running back that we got. Jay Ajayi, already developed. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at it, the only people that really develop is offensive line and defensive line. And that's where our staple is. We got to understand that. But at the same time, we are put in a position now to where though we already have talent, and you got to put these guys in the best position to make the best moves. Quez Watkins needs to be used more. Devontae Smith needs to be used more in the middle. I don't care if he's skinny, slim thugger, whatever you want to call him. I don't care about that. You need to still use him in the middle. And please with sugar on top. Can we start using our tight ends more? We got the best a duo at tight end in the NFL.
Facts.
Can we start using them more, please?
Quarterback best friend, running game, tight ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to use those both of them a lot more.
Exactly. And I don't know why people want to bail on this kid. I mean, yes, he wasn't our flashy pick when we drafted him. Yes, Carson Wentz or the guy in Indy wasn't the way he was. When I saw, I don't know, was like, what is your other option if it ain't the kid? That's what pissed me off because what is your other option? I don't understand. How many quarterbacks do we need? We're not going to get a Patrick Mahomes every year. We're not going to get a Josh Allen every year or an Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson. We're not. We're not getting on a Lamar Jackson, and it pissed me off that people want somebody else when you have somebody, a 23-year-old piece of gold, a diamond in the rough, build around him, run the, and I'm getting to that right now. I'm going to get to that right now. Run the dang ball. I was at the dang link. I swear, I was at the link. A bunch of Eagle fans chanted 3 words. 3, run the ball. Run the ball. You did Kenny Gainwell, but it was a touchdown. Did any of y'all see any run plays from Booby? Any? Because I was there. Shout out to Gail, Evan. Happy birthday, Evan. Shout out to you. Prime. Shout out to everybody else on the 4th of July tailgate. Salute to you guys. Love you guys. But did anybody see a run game from Booby? No.
They didn't let Booby spin.
He only has 7 attempts, bro.
Let Booby spin already.
Exactly. I'm like, why don't you run the ball? It helps your quarterback. And this is another rant, by the way, so bear with me. That's another thing that helps your quarterback run the ball. If you that's what the thing that also pissed me off. Why you get rid of Deuce? Why you get rid of Deuce? Why you get rid of Deuce? The number one thing with Deuce, and he'll tell you at Detroit, run the ball. Why you get rid of Deuce? I said it multiple times in my videos. If you want to go watch my video, go check me out. Cool Cat Connor. I'm almost at 102K. Shout out to all you guys. Donate. Shout out to all my brothers from another mothers. Fresh, Notion, Bergen. Salute to Mitch. Everybody. But yeah, watch my videos this week when I said run the ball. Run the ball. I even wear a Miles Sanders jersey. I chose between Devontae Smith or Booby. I chose Booby because I wanted them to run the ball. It was a run the ball chant, Fresh. Run the ball. Run the ball. Come on now. We're not going to be a Patrick Mahomes throwing darts every week. Run the ball. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. The freaking pick me off. That they win the NFC East. Run the dang ball. Run the ball. How hard is it?
I love that.
Why you got Booby for? Why you got Booby for? Run the ball.
Tell him, Flat. Run the damn ball.
Hey, listen, I'm
Exactly.
telling y'all right now.
Stop wanting Watson. Not only does Watson take away all of our draft picks, he takes away the salary cap we have next year. You know what I'm saying? That fool gets paid real money. Okay, we trade for Watson. All that extra money you think we're going to have to build a team next year, bye-bye, gone. Those 3 first-round draft picks, bye-bye, at least 1 or 2 of them gone. So you got to realize we got to get quarterback, and he ain't the problem.
Exactly.
I put a lot of this on again. It's coaching, gang. Like, we got a young rookie coach. I mean, what was his past position? A wide receiver? So again, like his focus really ain't on the run game. We don't have no veterans up in there to really. Hey, listen, when we're looking at a line or when we need to run the ball, somebody that says, hey, run the ball. For whatever reason, Nick Sirianni, hey, listen, he's out there learning on the fly. I'm not going to say his offense was completely trash last game because we did move the ball. But at the same time, when you're in certain situations or when you're going up against these high explosive teams, you need to figure out a way to run the ball. The only reason why we're getting 40-plus points dropped on our head is because the other opposing team has the ball way too much. So again, to combat that, we need to slow that stuff down with the run game. And again, for whatever reason, this young coaching staff, they real pass happy right now, and they need to figure that out. Because like everybody's saying, if I'm Booby Miles Sanders right now, I'm going in the office and I'm requesting a trade. That is what it is, and I wouldn't even be mad if Miles did that. So, hey, we got to figure out this run game, period. Because, again, we ain't going to win no kind of games if we ain't even trying to run the ball.
Facts.
Exactly. I mean, come on. There was chance at the lake. Run the ball. Run the ball. I don't know if y'all heard it on your TV, but I was there. Run the ball. Run the ball. That's what they chanted. Why? Why can't you run the ball? It's Jalen Hurts' best friend. I love the fact that Jalen Hurts run. It helps him out. But run the ball. Look at Derrick Henry. Look at Nick Chubb. Look at Zeke. Look at Saquon. Run the ball. It helps your quarterback out. Look what we did in our Super Bowl, yo. Look, look what we did in our Super Bowl year, and I hate going back to it, but it makes me happy going to it because we was number one in running the ball. Yes, LeGarrette Blount. Oh, yes, Jay Johnny. Oh, yes, a bright future in Corey Kmet. But the way we won our Super Bowl is we ran the dang ball. We ran against every single team. And the fact that we don't even run the ball, come on, run the ball. That's how you get to the playoffs. That's how you beat pathetic Giants, pathetic Washington, and the fact that you, and we didn't talk about this yet. I mean, because we had the tailgate and Notion was going to the game. The fact that you let the Dallas street rats go up and down the field and you didn't run the freaking ball.
Woo.
And it ain't like we ain't got the running backs to do it.
Yes, that's the biggest part that makes me mad. You got two bona fide studs back there. You know what I'm saying? We're getting to the point where we don't even know if Miles Sanders is a stud no more because we ain't even seen him run the ball no more. You know what I'm saying? How many years you're going to waste this man's career? You know, last year they did it to him, didn't give him enough carries. This year, how many? I bet you could probably count on, your hands and feet, how many times you got to carry, in 4 games. And that's ridiculous, man, for a stud running back like him. You see what happened? He leads the yards per touch. You know what I'm saying? He leads the NFL for rushes per touch, yards per touch, all that stuff. It shows you that the man can make plays happen.
Exactly, man. Salute to everybody. Go ahead, first.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. You definitely got to run the ball, man. It just helps everybody. First of all, it's going to help your play calling. Instead of it being 3rd and 11, instead of it being, 3rd and 15, because I am tired. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty sure that I can vouch for y'all when I say this. I am tired of seeing man downfield not supposed to be downfield. Lineman downfield ain't supposed to be downfield. If you run the ball, that don't happen. If you run the ball, you know what it take care of if you run the ball? Some penalties. Mm-hmm. It protects your quarterback. It helps keep your linemen healthy. You know what I mean? And it helps your wide receivers because now you can run play action. Do you know in the Dallas game they had a nerve in the 4th quarter to run a freaking play action? How? Who falling for that? Not me. Only person falling for that is them girls in the scary movie. Ain't nobody falling for that. Stop it. Like, so when you put yourself in a position to where as though you're running the ball, you're being balanced. And now you can have yourself in a position to where as though the defense don't know what you're doing. If you just keep dropping back, pass, or the defense is like, oh, well, we got one. We're like, all we got to do is go hunt. That's all we got to do is go hunt. And I thought, once again, in the Chiefs game, I thought we didn't run the ball enough. And it's getting to the point to where as though, like last week, it was like I'm not as mad this week as I am about last week. Last week, only 2 carries for Booby, only 3 rushes, period. But once again, I'm still frustrated that Jalen Hurts is leading the running backs.
So are you content with Miles getting 7? He has 7 touches this week.
I didn't say content. I said it still frustrates me
Gotcha.
that Jalen Hurts is leading or is leading rushing. That can't happen. You cannot do that unless you're Lamar Jackson. And I get it. So, sometimes you just had him games and he goes off. But Jalen Hurts don't go off. Like, let's not try to act like Jalen Hurts runs for 70 yards or something like that. He gets 10.
He's not a running back, Rush. He's not a running back.
That's what I'm saying.
He's running, but he's not a running back, Rush.
And I'm not putting notches on him saying that. I'm just saying we can't compare when we talk about Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts because it's 2 different quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Lamar Jackson, he likes to, and that's the reason why he got back injuries now. He likes to get in the contact, but he does get them yards. Yeah. But I don't think you're going to be able to sustain that in the long run, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. So let's get back to our team. We are in a situation to where, though, if you don't run this damn ball, somebody important is going to get hurt. And y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
You have to protect your damn quarterback. And how you do that is by running the football.
Exactly. Salute to Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, man.
Yo, that Bird Gang in the building.
Yes, sir. Now,
Philly Mike, yes, sir.
Yeah, Philly Mike. He'll be on real soon. Everybody will be on real soon. Next up, let's talk about these penalties, man. I swear to God. Listen to me. I don't know what's going on in the front office. I don't know what's going on in the locker room. It's like we could have had 3 more touchdowns. Now, 2 of them, we could have had a touchdown. Y'all could have heard Jason Kelsey, don't do this, refs, don't do this, refs. But when it comes to the penalties, right? Offensively, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, I don't even know why you're on the team. I'm not even going to get to you. But defensively, I'm going to get to the defense right now. And one specific person, Derek Barnett. Why the hell are you on the team? Why are you on the team? Why? All these penalties. I swear. Has anybody seen Fletcher Cox? Where's Fletcher Cox? Exactly. Where's Fletcher Cox? The big play strike. I don't know why the heck you're talking on Twitter. How about you stop Cheetah? You let Steven Nelson go up and down on Cheetah? And all these penalties, man, it's killing us. It's killing us. We could have had more touchdowns if it wasn't for the refs and the penalties. That Dallas Goedert touchdown could have been a touchdown, but J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, why? Why are you grabbing people? Why are you grabbing people? That could have been a touchdown. We could have had 37 more points added and it wouldn't even be a blowout. Come on, these penalties got to stop. Derek Barnett, you need to be off the team. And as for the defense, guys, I feel like the defense has no heart. Ever since Brandon Graham left, man, I miss BG. I know he's getting old. I get it. His time is almost up. But when it came to BG, the passion, the heart, the swagger in him, that's someone you want to go through a wall with. Who's the leader of this defense? Who's the leader?
Ronnie McLeod.
Who's the leader?
Ronnie McLeod.
And Jonathan Gannon, man, I don't know what the – listen, against the Atlanta Falcons, yeah, it's the Atlanta Falcons. Against the 49ers, again, okay. But against a bunch of street rats in Dallas and against the Kansas City Chiefs, close to 42 points? I'll let y'all talk about the defense. Notion, before I get on, I'm about to go to the Nova. If I was in the NovaCare complex right now, I would be handing out pink slips. Notion, talk about the defense. We don't even have to grade them. Give an F. A big fat F. We don't even need to grade them. We don't just talk about the defense game. No, since you first. I don't even.
Hey, so again, I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row. We're seeing our defense again. I'm not really a fan of this whole soft coverage zone scheme that we running because for whatever reason, we've been seeing it since the offseason. We can't stop, in my opinion, a run game. Yeah, a lot of
Desert Eagle. Exactly. Where's Ryan Killigan?
yeah, his talent's
Javon
getting wasted.
Hargrave is the only person that's doing something on this team. Go ahead, Nelson.
No, his talent's getting wasted too. But at the same time, again, like this defense right now, again, we are led by a young rookie defensive coordinator. I don't know what gave him the qualifications just to become our defensive head coach. But right now, I'm not liking the approach to this. Again, we're seeing some of the same trends and the patterns that we saw from the offseason. Teams are constantly just running the ball down our throat. I know the philosophy here is we ain't trying to let big plays over the top. Well, what about all this stuff while they continue marching down the field on us, eating up the time of possession to the point where eventually they're going to be in the red zone? And then I know you talked about the penalties, but we're giving teams on defense extra times to, have plays off. So, again, between the penalties combined, we are the most undisciplined team in the National League right now, and our defense definitely is not stopping nothing right now. So, hey, I need to see some kind of adjustments because, again, right now, I'm not feeling this soft coverage zone scheme. We don't blitz enough, it looks like. I'm not on board with our defense, honestly. I came into this season, my opinion was we're going to be more or less led by our offense because, again, our defense, I ain't seen it up to this point yet. And until we start making the proper adjustments and, holding these teams to some lower points than 42, I think we're going to get carried more than likely by our offense this year. So, hey, listen, again, if I had to grade the game for the defense, of course, yeah, they getting the F just because they couldn't stop nothing all game. That was the first game since 2014 that we haven't seen a punt. So that's a problem. But again, these penalties, that is what's causing us some issues out here. I'm the kind that I want to think about solutions. Ain't no accountability being held for these penalties right now. If I was the coach, I'm finding these players like 15% of their game check every time they got one of these ridiculous penalties. Because I'm going to tell you right now, again, this team don't look like it got any kind of accountability on penalties or on defense. So that's where I'm at. That's my thoughts on that whole situation.
Russ.
Once again, grab your popcorn.
Yes.
Give it to me. But we'll be here all day. We're not leaving until we let all this out. So go ahead, Fresh. We're not leaving. Go ahead, Fresh.
All right, so here's the thing. First of all, let me get at the defense, and I'm going to get at the accountability that you just talked about, Notion. Here's the thing. Defense. I do got Fletcher Cox on a milk carton. I do have a problem with Derek Barnett, especially last week. You can't make that play. We on the verge of a comeback, and you get that 15-yard penalty with the late hit, not last week. That was the 49ers, sorry. And you get that late hit, like that demoralized everything that we was doing. I not want to say the defense isn't. I do think that the secondary is definitely balling. Like when you hold, I understand that Tyreek Hill got off, but like I said earlier, a lot of that is coaching. Why in the hell is Eric Wilson sticking Tyreek Hill? That's pitch and go every single time. So that's coaching. But when you look at, and I heard what you said, Cool Cat, with the Darius Slay supposed to be sticking Tyreek Hill, but that's not on him. You know what I mean? That's on the system. So we got to understand that. We also have to understand that they locked Kelsey down. This is the second best tight end in the NFL. So you got to give him props on that. You know what I mean?
Props for that.
And my problem is, and I just made a video about 2 hours ago about this. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out at
Go check out Philly Fresh. Go subscribe to the guy, him, the coach, Philly, talk with Philly Mike. I watch their pregame show almost every time before me and Mitch go live. So subscribe to
I
the guys.
appreciate.
Go ahead, Fresh.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate Miss Bird Gang 31. She definitely be holding us down. Support. Definitely appreciate you for that.
Salute to the missus.
Yes, sir. Without no
You
misses,
got a
there ain't
good
no
one,
us
Bird
for
Gang.
real,
You
for
got a
real.
good one. Go ahead, Fresh.
Yes, you do. So when you look at the situation, I'm just gonna drop the hat. Our linebackers stink.
Yes.
Our linebackers stink, and it's time to go get Jamie Collins.
Yes.
And I've been saying this. I said this as soon as Detroit dropped him. Oh, this free lunch money. I don't know about y'all, but I wasn't rich growing up. I know about free lunch. You know what I mean? This was free lunch. Go get the dude. What you want to pay him a veteran minimum? We got a little bit of money now because you did the thing with Fletcher Cox to restructure and all that. We got a little bit of money. Go get the dude. This is the worst position that we have on the team, and you have to fix it. Now, some of that could be the rotation. I'm tired of seeing 6 LBs in a game. Dude, stick with 3 or 4. Let dudes get into a rhythm. It's hard when you taking them all, bringing them out. Like, stop. Like, I think Jonathan Gannon got to stop that. So my last thing before I let y'all go, Notion, I want to hit on some of the things that you said. Well, one of the things that you said about accountability. I would have benched Derek Barnett. You know what I mean? Nick Siri to me, and I'm gonna say this because I do like what Nick Siri did with the play calling in his last game. But to me, he's trying to appease the fans. Remember in the Atlanta game, it was short passes, but it was successful. We started hearing the chatter, and I'm in Philly. Y'all know I'm in the heart of Philly.
I'm here too. I live in Philly too.
So
Me and Fresh, we both live in Philly. We
that's
live
right.
in the thing our team plays in. Go ahead,
That's
Fresh.
right. So I listen to WIP. They're on there questioning Nick Siri. Why is Jalen Hurts not throwing deep? Why he's not doing? First of all, we won. Why do you even care about that? Next game, what do they do? Start trying to throw deep. Then you come the next week with this Dallas week. First of all, why are you wearing the Dallas week shirt? You don't know what Dallas week is, dude.
We do.
You have not experienced Dallas. Well, you did now because you got your ass blown out. So you have not experienced Dallas week until now. Stop trying to appease the fans. You know how you appease us? By winning the game and running the freaking football. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey, real quick, I just want a quick question to Fresh because, hey, again, I'm with you. Our linebackers is looking extra sus right now. But where does that accountability again? We just drafted linebackers a couple years ago, or what?
They're not playing.
Davion Taylor.
Every time Taylor gets in the game, he makes a play. Every time Taylor gets in the game, he makes a play. He's just not in the game very much.
Where it's like we ain't even addressing the linebackers. Like you said, yeah, I'm all aboard. Let's go get whatever we could do to fix this linebacker situation. But right now, again, hey, listen, I'm looking at our coach, Jonathan Gannon. That's where I'm putting a lot of this on. I don't think we scheming right. And again, it's just sad that we've had this linebacker problem. This ain't brand new in Philadelphia. We haven't had a linebacker in years. So
Jordan Hicks.
I think you gotta look at too. Gannon comes from Minnesota, where they have 2 stud-ass linebackers. You know, Kendricks, Barr, ballers at the linebacker position. To play this defense that we're running right now, you need 2 of those type of linebackers back there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Guys are going to go hit the line of scrimmage, go hit somebody. Our guys are lead. We have 2 of the top, 12 tackling linebackers in the league right now with Singleton and, Wilson. But these guys aren't aggressive, thumping linebackers. We need those thumpers out there. Someone's going to meet that running back at the hole, meet the running back behind the line of scrimmage and hit them. You know what I'm saying? Put them down. We got guys that wait till these guys hit to the second level and then go run them down and tackle them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to work with the
yeah. And you definitely right, Bird Gang. Because when you look at it, we'll look at And that's why I'm not a stats guy. I'm an eye test guy. I don't stats is cool. That's cool to bring up, but I like to look at things. We talk about, oh, well, Nathan Gary, he led the league in tackles, but how many of them was 5 yards over the line of scrimmage, 6 yards over the line of scrimmage? We talk about Alex Singletary. He led the league. How many of them was 5, 6 yards? How many of them are behind the line of scrimmage? That's what we need. You know what I mean? We need a guy that's going to get in there. And I do think, and I see it in the comments, you know what I mean? One Trey Rock. I think that Avery is that guy. You just have to use him right. And I don't think that Jonathan Gannon is using his personnel to be successful. Once again, why in the hell is Eric Wilson sticking Tyreek Hill? That should never, ever happen. You got 3 timeouts left at the end of the half. It's the end of the half. You got 3 timeouts left. What you gonna do? Put them in your pocket and take them for the next game? Hell no. Use them. Yo, they got 5 wide receivers. We got 3 linebackers out there. Timeout.
Yes.
Timeout. And I said it when I seen it. Like, I said it when I said, I'm like, yo, it's 3 linebackers out there. They got like, I said 4 wide receivers. I didn't see 5. I said 4. I'm like, yo, this is a problem. Somebody's gonna score. And it ended up being Tyreek Hill on Eric Wilson. And that's not Eric Wilson's fault. It's not. We can't get mad at Eric Wilson for letting Tyreek Hill beat him. Like, come on now. Like
you have to man up in those situations, man. This zone defense is good between the 20 and 20. Once you get in that red zone, try to man up and play some football, you know?
But you can't do that. You cannot do that against Kansas City. You want to know what Kansas City stats was coming in? And I said this multiple times. Coming in to the game against the Philadelphia Eagles, they are 13 of 13 in the red zone. 12 touchdowns, 1 field goal. Think about that. You can't play no bend don't break against that team. You got to go get him.
Yeah.
You got to go get the quarterback. You do. You got to be aggressive because these dudes, they not playing in the red zone. Andy Reid is one of the smartest. I think he's the best coach in the NFL. That's my personal opinion. I like Bill Belichick or whatever you want to call him. Andy Reid is the best coach in the NFL and the best offensive mind in the NFL. You going against that dude, go get the quarterback. And then I'll live with the results. I didn't see how many blitzes y'all seen. How many blitzes? I seen about 2 or 3.
Yeah, less than a handful, bro. Yeah.
And that's a problem. Go get that guy. First of all, his offensive line is not that good. They're really not. We seen what happened in the Super Bowl. Now they got one guy back. All right, cool. They still not that good. Throw some things at this guy. And I'm ranting right now, but once again, we do have to understand these are rookie head coaches and defensive coordinators. So I'm giving them a slack, but best believe in the middle of the year, I keep continuously seeing these things. Oh no, we gotta pull up. We gotta talk. We gotta have that talk. Go ahead, Charles.
We gotta have that talk now, man. 2 back-to-back games like that. It's time to sit down. You're watching the game tape, my guy. You got every angle on the field possible to look at and see where you're making mistakes at. Make the changes you need to make, man. You're acting like this defense has been installed. You guys been running it for years. You got a perfect game plan. You're not changing it. Kind of like Schwartz did on the way out. He's like, this is my plan. This is what we're doing. Play it. No, you're still early in your rookie head coaching career and defensive coordinator career, man. Make your adjustments now before you look stupid.
Hey, well said. Again, I can't argue none of that, fellas. We ain't seeing the adjustments. We saw adjustments it looked like in the Atlanta game. At least that's what I thought I saw. Ever since that, hey, listen, this defense has been getting ran through. It is what it is, and accountability got to be held on Gannon for this. I mean, he the captain of this ship, and I honestly, I don't even know if I've seen him on a press conference yet. Has anybody seen Gannon speak to? I ain't seen him after Dallas. I ain't seen him yet after Kansas City. I need to hear from Gannon on what's happening from this defense because I ain't got no.
We
answer.
might be seeing him this week.
We better be seeing Gannon on the podium at some point in time because this defense ain't been it for the past few weeks now.
Exactly. Before we talk about the Carolina Panthers and before Notre Dame says it's home, let me say a couple of things, okay? Number one, again, I don't like going talking about the Cowboys. I really don't. But Micah Parsons is a beast. Let's call it 100. Let's call it spade a spade. Micah Parsons is a beast. Well, who is the Micah Parsons in our defense? Exactly.
We ain't got one.
Crickets. Nobody. Who's the Micah Parsons in our Micah Parsons? I'm sorry, I'm messing up your name. Who's the Micah Parsons in our defense? Nobody. We need some dang linebackers, Howie. Because look at the Cowboys, 3-1. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles, 1-3. And it sucks that we're between the dang Washington no names and the New York stinking Giants. And another thing, to Nick Sirianni. Don't you ever wear the Beat Dallas shirt again. Don't you ever wear the Beat Dallas shirt again. You're not Philly Fresh. You're not LB. You're not just Eagle. You're not Philly 500. You ain't Bergame 31. You ain't Notion. You ain't me. You ain't none of the content creators that's on here that know how to deal with Dallas hate week. Don't you ever wear that shirt again unless you, because I said it in my video and I even said it here on the podcast, Notion and Bergen as my witness. I said, don't you dare get back on that plane without Dub wearing that shirt. Don't you dare. And you got back on the plane and you look, congratulations, you look good against the Chiefs. But don't you ever wear that beat Dallas shirt again. Because the Dallas Cowboys social media, they mocked it. They mocked it. What up, Eagles Uncensored? Shout out to my brother, Eagles Uncensored. They mocked that shirt, said beat by Dallas.
Yeah.
The disrespect. The disrespect, all because you wore that shirt. Now, to wrap up the show, let's talk about what we got to do against the Carolina Panthers. Listen, Dallas gave us the blueprint. I already know we're not going to run at that blueprint, unfortunately. Oh boy, Fresh, what do you want to see against the Panthers?
Damn, my bad, bro. Got an important phone call. Say it again.
No problem. I was saying, what our final topic is talking about the Carolina Panthers. I know we're an hour and 17 minutes long, but we've been ranting all day, gang. So sorry about that. But yeah, what do you want to see the Eagles do? What do you want to see from this game against the Panthers?
3 things. Run the ball. That'd be nice. Offensively, I think that if you come with that same game plan out now, Carolina does have a good defense, but it's really not too many talent. I ain't gonna say talented. Everybody in the NFL is talented. Obviously, they wouldn't be in the NFL. But I'm talking about standout guys that they have. I think that defensively, we should be able to hold Robbie Anderson and all them other guys, to limited things. My number one thing is run the ball and stop the run. These are our 2. If we were Superman, these would be our 2 kryptonites. Not running the ball enough and not stopping the run. Because I don't care if Christian McCaffrey plays. I don't care if Kevin Martin plays. I don't care if I play against the Philadelphia Eagles. You got to stop the run, man. You have to stop the run, and you got to establish the run also. I think we should be able to blow Carolina out. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like the way that we are matched up with their corners are subpar. They do come together. I like Matt Rule, Philly all day. He came from Temple. You know what I mean? I like Rule, but I think that they hit their peak, and it's kind of over now. They took the loss against Dallas, and they kind of got exposed. And we can do the same thing if we use our weapons right. We got to use our weapons right. And you got to run the ball. I don't know how many times I got to say this on a live.
Say it all day.
I don't,
Say it all day.
I don't know how many times
Say
you
it
got
all
to say
day.
it. Bird Gang, I don't know how many times you got to say it. No, I don't know how many times you got to say it. But I'm going to say it one more time. Let's do it all together, y'all. Ready? Run
the
ball. That's it. I'm out.
Exactly. Bird Gang 31. What do you want to see from this game against the Panthers, man? Besides running the ball, what else do you want to see besides running the ball?
I cannot besides that. That's the number one on the list, my guy. You know? Like, come on now.
Just say everyone on the chat say run the ball before we wrap up. Say run the ball in the chat. But go ahead, Bird Gang. And salute to Miss before we hand it to Bird Gang 31. Salute to Mrs. Bird Gang for holding us down, for helping out Bird Gang 31. You got a good one, Bird Gang. You got a good one. Helps me out with the codes all the time. I know I get on your nerves with the codes. My bad. I ain't got no laptop, so I appreciate you. Salute to Mrs. Bird Gang for sending out the link. Salute to her for helping me out, because Lord knows I need it on this network. Salute to Bird Gang 31. Salute to all the Bird Gangs out there. But go ahead, Bird Gang. You got a good one, my guy. You got a good one.
Man. Thank you, man. Yeah, she is my better half for sure. Like we're saying, man, run the ball, get some pressure on Darnold early. A good thing is, after the next game, like, we done faced some really high-powered offenses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give that up, too. Like, most people haven't went through the little stretch that we went through. San Francisco playoff contending team, they're a very good team out there. You know what I'm saying? You got Dallas, who's 3-1 right now, high-powered offense over there. You got Kansas City Chiefs, the best offense in the NFL right now. And, yes, we could have won all those games already. So I expect us to stop with the penalties this week and go show the world what kind of team we really got. We got talent on this team, my guys. You know what I'm saying? We could have won every game. We could be sitting here 3-0 right now, 4-0 right now. If you really look at it, if you take away penalties, you run the ball, a couple simple things here and there, we can be sitting in a different story. It's not the case, but let's show the world what kind of team we got against the Carolina Panthers. Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot. Let's not make penalties on scores, and let's run the ball.
Exactly. Notion Gang, wrap it up for us and tell me what you want to see from this game, my God, before I hand it to you.
You already know. Hey, listen, all I want to see a dub. That's what I want to see by any means necessary. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, because I honestly think if we come with that same plan that we came against with the Chiefs on offense, we might beat Carolina. But honestly, we need to run the ball. I'm looking at this game between Dallas and Carolina, and it looked like Dallas put up 245 rush yards on Carolina. If that don't tell you that we need to at least try to run this ball this game, I don't know where Nick Sirianni is. And I'm going to tell you right now, that has to be a focus in the game, running this ball. Of course, on the defensive side, they got DJ Moore. He ain't nothing to sneeze at. So, hey, Darius Slay, blanket, we need that man on DJ Moore this game. I ain't trying to see linebackers, on these quick twitch receivers. No, Darius Slay need to be out there locked up on DJ Moore this game. I'm hearing Christian McCaffrey's trying to get back this week. So, hey, listen, our defense going to have to step up. We're going to have to stop their run also. But a big focus this game, of course, is going to be us running the ball. Hey, I believe winning the time of possession, that's going to get us back in the category that we need to be in. So, hey, listen, the opportunities should be there for Jalen Hurts also. Sam Darnold, I believe he's a game manager. He's out there doing what he needs to do. He ain't nothing prolific. But, hey, listen, he can sling the rock if he needs to. So, hey, this defense is going to have their work cut out for him. But, again, I believe in order for us to have the best chance at winning, we need to run this ball. So, hey, again, run the ball needs to be the theme this week. Stopping their run, stopping their, DJ Moore. That's the focus. I think it's a winnable game. We can come out with this dub. So that's where I'm at, fellas.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Listen, we hope you enjoyed the show. Philly Fresh, I appreciate you for joining us. Tell everybody where you can find you, my guy.
Oh, man, it ain't really hard, man. You see it, man. Philly Fresh. That's all you got to do is type in, man, the link to get the you already know I got the Yodat merch, I got the Philly Fresh merch. Appreciate Cool Cat, Philly Notion, Bird Gang 31. I appreciate y'all bringing me on here, man. I just
You're
talked
always
about it.
free, man. You're always free. You, Mike, who will probably have next week. I'm not saying, and the coach, you guys are free, man. You guys are always welcome. Y'all brothers to me.
Yeah,
Philly guy to Philly guy.
I definitely appreciate that, and I definitely appreciate y'all. I see y'all doing y'all thing, and Notion to tell you this, man. I tell people ask me what I need to do to, to do this stuff. I say be consistent, and that's one thing I can say that y'all been doing. Y'all definitely been being consistent. I appreciate y'all for having me on. You already know, man. Stay Philly, stay fresh, y'all.
Exactly.
That.
Exactly. And with that, y'all know how we end the show. Listen, next week, GOAT edition of Birds of Broad Street. We're going to have 2 GOAT YouTubers in the building as soon as I can try to let them know. So, y'all, Bird Gang, Notion, y'all got y'all assignment. Y'all know who the 2
Wait,
GOATs
what?
I'm talking about? What?
You said it's no, go ahead, bro.
What?
Oh man, I love
They
you.
don't even know they coming on yet.
I love that guy. He's laughing, baby. Hey.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Close out.
I'm sorry. I said GOAT. What did I say? What did
No,
I say?
you said
What did I say?
nothing, man. Close out. We
Okay,
talk behind the
okay,
scenes.
okay, okay. Okay. I'm your boy, Missing No, Bird Game
Hey,
31 in the building. I don't even know why I'm laughing, but oh well. A Notion Gang, before we mess up this daylight stream, send us home, please.
hey,
Yeah.
you already know what it is, fellas. Hey, listen, we are in must-win mode. If you ask me, we need to figure out a way to win quick, fast, and in a hurry. And hopefully, we get it done this week against the Carolina Panthers. Again, it's going to be a fun week, but we need to get this dub by any means necessary. So again, gang, y'all make sure y'all check out all of my brothers' channels because every last one of these fellas up here is putting in that work, dropping out great content. So, hey, again, check out all my brothers, and if y'all new to the ride, y'all know what to do. Go hit that subscribe because y'all know we on this movement. So it's always fly, Eagles, fly. Y'all have yourselves a safe and fantastic Eagles day. And until next time, y'all know what it is.
Peace.
No, keep the notion. What happened to that? Then where I been? No, keep the notion. Where keep the notion? No, you gotta run that back, man.
What you mean? I just hit him with the keep the notion.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead, play it. Go
Guys,
ahead.
Hey,
man,
you already
I
know.
love y'all. Fly. Let's end it. But I can't. Oh, I love this show.
Yes, sir.
I love this show. Where the heck is that? There it is.